I'm going to make some rice pudding. I've never made it this way before. Normally I make it the traditional way with milk and rice pudding and sugar, and I do it on the hob. I'm going to do it on the hob still, but I'm going to be replacing the milk with coconut light milk. So here we go. I've got a pan. I'm going to do this for 4 people. So I've got a pan. In my pan I'm going to measure out 190 grams of pudding rice. Oh, just a little bit over. That's it. And then to that I'm going to add 200 mils of coconut milk. For every 100 ml, it's 73 calories. So I'll work out the sin value in a minute. So in here is 400 ml. So basically I want half the can. So pouring in half the can of coconut milk. And then I'm going to top up with this stupid thing. Hang on. Do you know what, I threatened the other day to chuck that out. It hasn't got mils on it. So, where was I? Mils. And then I've got to top up with 200 mils of water. So basically you've got half and half. You've got half water and half coconut milk. Looks like that. And I'm going to add 2 heaped teaspoons, that's very heaped, of sweetener, and 1 teaspoon of vanilla. I'm going to give that a stir. Put the ring on high to start with. Now, do you know what? Oh, look at me. I don't think there's enough water in that. I'm going to add another 100 mils. So I'll put another 100 mils from the tap in. Give that a stir. Now this should take 15-20 minutes. You need to keep giving it an occasional stir, otherwise it's going to stick to the bottom. And you must use, I know it sounds it's a bit stupid, but you must use pudding rice, not normal rice, it won't work. So that's that. Then what I'm going to do, once it's cooked and it's all gone nice and thick and creamy and lovely, I'm going to add a lemon and lime yoghurt. So it's going to be like a coconutty lemon and lime rice pudding. So it's going to be a tropical rice pudding. How about that? On a Monday night? Get me? Check me out with me tropical rice pudding. We shall see. I'll come back. Hiya. So it's had 15 minutes, as you can see, and it's quite thick. So I like my rice pudding when it's finished to look like this. I don't like it overly thick. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a little bit of water to it to loosen it up a bit, because it's still not quite cooked. So I've literally just put a little bit of water, give it a stir, and that's loosened it up even more. But once it's cooked for another, I think it's going to be another 10 minutes, that will thicken up again. Hiya, so I'm back. So, the tropical rice pudding is pretty much done. As you can see, it's nice and thick. Not overly thick, but I've still got my yoghurt to put in. So I'm going to add that now. What I would say is when it's taken about 25 minutes. Once it gets past 18 minutes, don't over stir it because you'll just make it into mush. So just really gently, just give it a gentle little stir occasionally. Don't go, because otherwise you'll just, it'll be like mush, it'll be horrible. So I'm just going to add in my low-fat lemon and lime Tesco's Sunshine yogurts. I'm not going to put all of it in, about 3/4 of it. The dog will have the rest. You'll have the rest, won't you? Yeah? I'll gently give that a stir in. And that's loosened it up again quite nicely. I let it stand in there just for a minute, just to warm through, because that will have made your, sorry, banging away. That will have made the rice pudding slightly, the temperature would have come down by putting that cold yoghurt in, even though it's at room temperature. So there's the consistency now. So that to me is how I like my rice pudding, that consistency. I like it like that. Some people like it so you slice it and eat it. No, this is how I like it. So how many syns are in this? I worked it out. The milk, I put 200 mils of milk in there, and that was 1.5 syns, and this is for 4 people, bearing in mind. And then the sugar was half a syn, and so that's 2 syns, so that's half a syn each portion. So pretty darn good. I was thinking you could do like a chocolate rice pudding. That'd be nice. You could put in like an options into. I would say maybe about now, add your options in and then put it into your bowls, and then on top you could drizzle some choc shop, so that'd be quite nice, a chocolate one. Or you could do banana, put it into your bowl again, slice up a banana, and then maybe just a few flaked almonds on top, that'd be quite nice. So there's lots of things you could do, different ones, or just do a vanilla one. You could put a vanilla pod in there and some vanilla essence, and just have a plain vanilla one. And if you wanted to, you could syn it and put a little bit of sugar-free jam, something like that. So I'm going to dish this up now because that should be warm enough, and you'll be able to see it a little better in this bowl probably. So try not to make a mess everywhere, which is pretty difficult for me. So yeah, that's about a portion, I would say. Three of these spoons is a portion. So there we go. So let's try it. Let's get a clean spoon. So half a syn, nice little hot, warming. You know, the evenings are still quite cool once the sun has gone down, even though we're having this lovely weather. But here we go. That's nice. You can taste the lemon and lime in there. Really nice, especially the lime. Very nice. I mean, I might actually put another teaspoon of sugar in there just to sweeten it up a little bit. Which you can add it in there then, but it's still not going to make it huge syns. You know, I mean, it's still only 3 teaspoons of sugar in 4 portions worth of rice pudding. But you do it to taste, you know, however sweet you like it. You might not like it as sweet as I do, so you may not need to put another one in. But yeah, there you go. Tropical rice pudding in half an hour, and yeah, you're there eating it. Lovely. Shame we're not in the tropics really, but you can't have everything, can you? Give us a thumbs up if you like this video, and check out my other videos, and I'll catch you again soon. Bye bye.